Hey friends, happy Saturday. I know it's late in the afternoon already, but I just wanted to encourage somebody as I'm encouraging myself. Just left the mall, and I know there's so many hurting people that are overwhelmed with situations. Trust me, I know how it feels. But I have to encourage myself as I'm encouraging you right now, because there's a living God inside of me. I accepted him many years back, and he doesn't allow me to stay depressed for a long time. He doesn't allow me to put my own pity party together for a long time. And so I want to encourage you to do the same. You know, there's a psalm in the Bible, I believe it's Psalms 121. The psalmist was probably going through the same things, or as much hell as you and I can be going through. And he began to stand back because he knew the Lord. He began to stand back, and he had to look at the big picture. And he could have been going through hell, high water. He could be going through confusion, frustration, or rejection, whatever it may be. With the Lord's anointing upon him, he couldn't stay in that state. He couldn't stay in that mode for long. Something inside of him had to stand up in the middle of his depression, in the middle of his fight, and make him stand back and look at the big picture. And he began to say, I lift my eyes to the mountains, which signifies a high point in his life, something higher than where he was. I mean, there was so much going on in his peripheral. He was looking at confusion. He was looking at frustration. He was looking at rejection. He was looking at sickness and miscommunication or even discouragement. And he had to stand back. And I encourage you, stand back and begin to look at the big picture. And ask the same things that the psalmist asked. I lift up my eyes to the mountaintop. From where does my help come from? He asked the question because sometimes we go through so many things that for 1 second or for 1 day or for 1 month or a season, we forget. We feel that God is so far away and he's not there to help us. But he's always there. He never leaves. It's us that moves away. It's us that makes ourselves distant. But God doesn't allow us to do that for a while. He doesn't allow us to do that for long. His love is like a magnet that always attracts us back. It conquers all. It is the grace that supersedes anything that you and I could ever do. And the psalmist says, from where does my help come from? And the answer was already in his spirit. You know why? Because he had delivered him before. And if he did it before, he can do it again. But he just had to get to the point where he asked the question again, where does my help come from? And inside his spirit, the answer came up from all that junk, and it rose to the top. It was buried under all that doubt and rejection. But if you ask the question, and if you remind yourself, the psalmist says, my help comes from the Lord. I'm not going to forget. He did it for me before. He can do it for me again. He took you out of that situation. He'll take you out of this situation, and he'll put you on the mountaintop. You may be going through a valley low, but even though I walk through the shadow of the valley of the shadow of death, I'm just so encouraged right now. You will fear no evil, because you begin to ask the question, where does my help come from? I know. It comes from the Lord. It came from the Lord. It always came from God. And He'll do it again. He gave me a word last night. He says, son, I'm going to take you from glory to glory, triumph to triumph, from the little you to a bigger you. I took that to heart. And I'm repeating that same word to you. If that's for you, come on, just grab it and put it in your spirit and say, God is taking me from glory to glory, triumph to triumph, victory to victory. He's taking you from a little you to a bigger you. No matter what process He has to use, embrace the process and say, God, whatever you have to do to make me a better me so that I can rise to the occasion and be the one that you have called me to be and do the things that you have called me to do. Let me be that one. I accept your help. Do it again, God. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Just say that over and over to Him and let your spirit embrace Him. Say, Lord, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. And be grateful. And be thankful. Because He's working in you like He is in me. Come on, share this video if it ministered to you. Somebody might need it too.